marks. Okay, from your test then, a lot of you lose marks because of the sometimes remain unchanged variable. You forgot to put remain unchanged. Remain unchanged variable, as I told you, will give you X marks. If you didn't put mark there, then I cannot give you marks for that. Because I allocated marks for that. Okay, so if nothing, then no marks for that. So make sure that for your final exam, okay, don't forget to put remain unchanged. Okay, don't forget to put remain unchanged. Okay, make sure that first of all, make sure that you calculate total first. Sometimes I may mislook 1 mark or 2 marks there. Please let me know if there is a miscalculation in your test paper. Okay, recalculate. Okay, let me know if there is a miscalculation or whatever inside your test paper. Yeah. Okay. Another one later in your Google Classroom. I want you. Okay, each of you will have your own paper. You scan. You sign on the first page. On the first page there, you sign, put today's date, and then later you scan. You scan your handphone. Doesn't matter how you want to scan. You upload to the Google Classroom because this one I need because we have audit last time. We have audit last time to show that how you prove that you do discussion of your test. Last time we do discussion, we don't ask you to do science. Now they ask us to show proof that we do discussion. So how to show proof? So what we are going to do for a few of us, I don't know whether all the lecturers will do the same. What we are going to do, some of us will ask you to sign on your paper after discussion, sign and you scan after the discussion. So from there we can say that, oh, this is our discussion on that paper. Okay, just no need for you to scan using scanner or whatever. Just use your handphone, upload instant for us to have. But I need you to sign on the paper because this paper you will keep. I will not take back the paper. So this one you can take. Okay? So you sign on the paper, put today's date, then you scan it to me inside the Google Classroom later. I will not take back your paper. Okay? So this paper is for you to keep already. Okay? So you can do the revision from that. That's why I need the scan copy. So make sure that for those who are not here, ask them to scan and upload later also. Okay, put today's date as our discussion. Yeah. So now can we discuss the answer? Okay. Mostly in the test or in the final exam, you will have this kind of question for part 1. Okay? So part 1 for this question theory, any paper you will have theory question. Okay? It's not included my paper only, but for other paper also you will have theory question. Okay? This question is from chapter 1. So when I see your question, as long as you put something that is appropriate, okay, and then with explanation, I will give you full mark. But if let's say you just put one statement only, I will say half mark, 1 mark. Okay. Exam, just to let you know, if you give one word only, let's say trustworthy. Let's say you put the word trustworthy, for example. Okay. So in the exam, just to let you know, in the exam normally you may get half mark only, or maybe 0 mark at all. Means that because no explanation, because the question asks you to say discuss. Okay? But in your test, even though you put one statement like that, I still give you mark. Okay? Just for your test only, but for exam, make sure that because the question says discuss, you have to write something explanation there. You cannot just simply put one word only. Okay? So one word only like, this is not discussion. This is statement only. So may give you 0, or if question asks you explain or discuss, make sure that you explain or discuss. Don't just put a single statement. Yeah? So for this question, talk about safety critical system. Don't put definition. What is formal method? I saw some of you put definition of formal method. That is not the question. The question is why? Why formal method popular for this kind of system? So you have to explain related to the system. Okay? So some of you put early error detection. Okay? Can, as long as you explain. Okay? So some of you put trustworthy also. Can, explain why is it trustworthy. Okay? Any answer that you give me, as long as it is appropriate, I will accept that answer. Because in our lecture, we like how to say wide or variety of answers. You can just choose any three which is appropriate. Okay, as long as you link to the safety critical system. Okay, you link to the safety critical. So some of you put just salah early error detection. How to say? Improve quality, because you actually say that because of the formal method you can actually find how to say means that you are actually trying to remove ambiguous requirement or the thing. Okay, and then in terms of what are the some of you talk about model checker, where you can check all possible problem, all possible loop and so on. Anything. Okay? So as long as you talk about safety. Okay? So most of you, I saw that most of you will get 6 marks, total 6 marks. Okay, for this one. So anything as long as you talk about it. But don't give definition of formal method. What is formal method? I was like, how? So I will try to look at the definition. That is there anything that I can give 1 mark? Okay, but that is not the answer actually. The answer is you have to link to the safety. Okay, a lot of answer in your notes there. Okay, so any how to say any information that you write. Actually, most of you got different 6 marks here, so no problem for that. But another thing that maybe some of you saw that got 5 marks or 4 marks only. Why? Because your explanation there is actually same. Just that you use different words. You use different way of writing, but the meaning is the same. So when the meaning is the same, is you are explaining the same thing. So that's why you won't get a mark. Okay? So some of you have that kind of answer. Maybe you talk about error, detect error earlier. Okay, this one error detection earlier. Okay, so you talk about error, about safety critical, all those things. Then another one you talk about other things, but it's actually about error detection earlier also, but using the different words. So it's the same meaning. So I will not give you additional mark because of that. It's the same thing. Okay? So make sure that when you put points, your points are totally different. Okay? Because if the same point, if I saw that the same points, it's the same thing. So I cannot give you additional marks because of that. Yeah? Because there are few of you who, when I read, it's the same thing. Okay? The statement, just that you write using your own discussion, is actually, when I read the whole thing, it's the same thing. So that's why you won't get full mark. Okay? So this one, I think you can find out in the lecture note. I don't need for me to give you the whole answer. So anything that you put, as long as you link to the okay? is another one. I think most of you confuse between relation and function. Okay? Confuse between relation and function. So, for a relation, first of all, okay, you can see about how to say ordered pair, whatever, for you to find like a database and so on. You can see about that. But the most important thing about relation is to represent many-to-many relationship. Some of you put many-to-many, many-to-one, one-to-one relation. Okay, so the most important when we talk about relation, it is many-to-many relationship. Okay, so how to talk about many-to-many? You have to further talk in detail. So what is many-to-many? Assuming that I don't know what is many-to-many, of course I know lah what is many-to-many. But when you explain something, you have to assume that the reader does not know anything about that. The reader does not know anything. So you have to explain what is many-to-many. Okay, can I simply say many-to-many relationship? Okay, what is many-to-many? I will ask you, assuming I don't know lah. Okay, so you have to explain that. Maybe some of you, I know some of you provide example. Okay, so you can do that. In order for you to explain more, you can provide example. Let's say one student can have many, one staff can have many phone numbers. One phone number can be actually used by many staff. So you can use explanation, the relationship there, and then you explain to show that in a relationship using relation, okay, you can see that many-to-many meaning that one staff can use or can have many phone numbers, and one phone number can be accessed by many staff. So from here, you are explaining many-to-many relationships. Okay? So that is how you explain about that. You cannot just put many-to-many, assuming that I don't know what is many-to-many. You have to remember that, assuming I don't know what is many-to-many. Because of course we know lah, because we are the one who set the exam. But you have, when you explain, you have to assume that the reader does not have any knowledge about that. You have to tell the reader what does it mean by that. Okay, so that's how you get the marks. Okay, about function. Okay, function. I saw a lot of you confused function. I don't know why. Function. I don't know why you confused. All of you just say function to show operation, something like that. Okay, that is not a function. Both. You see the question, You see the question, Under Z specification, relation and function are two frequently used concepts to show the relationship of data. That is function and relation. Means that they show relationship of data. Okay, so that is the term telling you what is both. Same thing. Just that now you have to tell what is the difference between relation and function. The difference is the relation just now I say many-to-many lah. It shows relation of data. But what is the difference between relation and function in terms of one is many-to-many. Function is many-to-one or one-to-one, whatever. You can say about that. But normally I will just minimum many-to-one relationship. But you cannot stop there. What do you mean by many-to-one? I don't know. What is many-to-one? So you have to tell that for a function, okay, you can see the domain cannot be duplicated. That is one thing that you can use. Or you can see also one domain mapped to one range only. You can say about that. Okay? So as long as you tell something to show the difference between relation and function, you will get the mark. If you want to make your life easier, just use example. Same thing. Put example. Then from the example, you explain. That is another way. For example, different students with the same ID you want to stop. So it means that the student ID cannot be duplicated. Okay? So you can explain, relate to the example also. Okay? So don't just say, I cannot remember. I have to, if I want to refer, I have to refer back your answer. But I remember some of you, I know that some of you put injection, suggestion, that one okay lah, can be accepted lah. Just that some of you related to the operation, something like that. Okay? Function, relation, all can be used in relation, not in operation. So you cannot simply, because the question say difference. Okay? Difference, not the same thing. So tell the difference. What is the difference between these two? Okay? So of course in your test, sometimes I close one eye. Okay, I close one eye, so okay lah, can be accepted. Even though some of you repeat this one, relationship of the data. It's actually in the answer, in the question. But some of you say relation is to show the relationship of the data in the Z schema. That is actually complete the question. But I still give you some background there. Okay? So, but in exam, tell you the truth, in exam you won't accept that. Okay? But test I still can use those eyes. Those half eye. One eye only. Okay? So that is how you do it. So make sure that if you don't know how to explain, provide example. Okay, provide example. Using example, explain. That one is easier for you to explain. Okay, if you don't know how to explain, so use example. Okay, so that is actually for number 2. Okay, for number 3. Yeah. For number 3. Most of you I saw got it correct. Okay, but this one is actually very straightforward lah. Okay, very straightforward. But some of you still I saw like a little bit confusing lah. Your answer very long. It's like, wow, how come your answer very long? Okay, so some of you have to. But let's discuss. Let's discuss. Okay. In this question, we have y inverse and x inverse. So later I will do. So here, this question does not request you to write steps. Okay? Does not request you to write steps. You just write the answer on it. Enough. Straight away you give the correct answer, you get marks. Okay? But some of the partial questions ask you to write steps. Okay? Working steps. So you have to show the steps. Okay? So for this question, I will just give you what to say, example lah. Okay, so this is x. Okay, I will just show you how to look into this answer. Okay?
Very
So this is x. Okay? So you have domain, range and restriction. That symbol. And then after that, I have dom y. This one is dom y. Dom y means will be ICS, OOP, SRE, SPM. Okay? So that is how you want to look into how to solve this one. Okay. So from here, okay, this one is what? This one symbol is what? Okay, so means that you are range restriction or range anti-restriction? Anti-restriction and remove. So ICS, remove. So you remove. OOP, remove. Okay, SRE, remove. SPM. Okay? So left with? So the answer will be only this. That's the answer. Okay? So that is how you provide the answer. No need to show the steps. Just that here I show you the steps for those who still cannot get the answer. Okay, how to solve the problem. How to solve. So the answer is this one. The answer is this one. No need to assign to x equals to no, because that is no assigning to x whatever. Okay, so the answer is like this. Okay, this one. Okay, so for those who did not get the correct answer, understand how to use this one step by step. Okay. Okay, the next one. So x inverse, x inverse first, So I inverse x first. Alasnya. ICS, maplet, 1024, OOP, maplet, 2023, SRE, maplet, 2033, SA, maplet, 203, SQT, maplet, 2103, and SPM, maplet, 3153. So that is x. Yeah, that is x. This is x. Okay? So this is x. Okay. And then I have this. After that I have this. Relational image. Okay, I have relational image dom y. Dom y is this one. This one. This is dom y. Okay? So I'm just showing you how to answer this one. Dom y. So from here, okay? So you have ICS. The range is 1024. So the answer is 1024, 2023, 2033, 3153. That is the answer. Okay? So that is the answer. So for those who did not get the answer correctly, how to get the answer? Okay, this is the answer. Okay? So I just show you like this one. If you want to don't understand, this one is x inverse. Okay, that means if you want another step to understand. Some of you might get confused, because this. Okay? This one is dom y. This is the answer. This is the data. Okay? So just to understand clearly lah. So here, this is how you want to solve the problem. Okay? So x inverse is this one. This is dom y. Okay? So for you to understand how to get the answer. Okay? So same thing for the third one here. Okay. Y inverse. So x inverse will be the same thing. Okay. We have x inverse will be like that. I need to have Y inverse. Okay, Y inverse will be C1 method. ICS 5 method. OP 3483 method. Also OOP and 462 method. SRE and 2546 method. STM. So that is the Y inverse. Okay, that is the Y inverse. So now, this one, you see the bracket? Ran Y inverse. So for this one, okay, ran Y inverse. Your answer equals to ICS, OP, SRE, and SEM. Okay? So that is the answer. Okay? So when you combine this one, okay, then you have domain restriction, then with X inverse. This one, okay, so the last answer will be so you look up ICS. Yeah, so this one is the answer. This is the answer. Okay, so that is your answer for the last one. Okay, so that's how you write down the answer. Okay, so this is, I show you step by step, but in this question, does not require you to put step by step. Okay, only answer. Okay, only answer. Yeah. So if you write this one, you get full marks. Some of you put answer like this here, so I still give you 1 mark. Actually, wrong answer. Okay, but actually wrong answer. In the final exam, 0 marks for you. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, so that is for the this one. Okay. So the next question. Okay, explain. Okay, domain anti-restriction. What do you understand about domain anti-restriction? What is domain anti-restriction? Okay, so what is actually the most important thing about domain restriction? First thing is the use is to remove the data. So how to remove? You search the domain data. If the domain is found, okay, you search the domain the data. If the data is found, remove all the related information according to the domain. Okay, so that's how you explain about the domain anti. Okay, so inverse means you are actually swap or interchange between domain and range. Domain becomes range, range becomes this one. Okay? Range restriction, you are actually going to search the range record, the range data. If the record is found, display all related information according to the range data just now. Okay? So that is range restriction. And then how about composition? How about composition? How about composition? How to explain composition? The most important when you explain composition, you must say matching component. You are not going to use composition if there are no matching components at all. So composition is to actually combine, okay, or combine, means that you are going to combine two variable, okay, where this variable has matching component. For example, the first variable, range of the first variable is the same as domain of the second variable. Matching component. You cannot simply say, combine two variables. Cannot, It's not combining any two variables. You must have the word matching. Not matching how to use composition. Cannot, Okay? So, and the matching is only for those have data only lah. No data, you are not going to match at all. Okay, so that is what we mean by composition. Okay, any question about that? So I will not write the answer here lah. I just explain to you in terms of that lah. Okay. So now let's go to the second question or second part here. So your Z schema. Okay, So this Z schema is actually a little bit of straightforward question actually. Okay, if I want to put it detail, I will actually change a little bit the question. But here I didn't put. I just simply say very direct question where like CRUD only. Okay, if I want to make it like your assignment, I will tell you. I will change a little bit, one or two questions to show you. There may be cases where you will have this kind of this kind of question, okay, to actually show something like this. Okay, but I will show you later. Okay, so in this question we are going to model about our registered citizen, okay, where you have age, name, whatever lah, everything here. So you have been given these 4 basic types, 2 free types, okay, and then what you have to do is you are going to create a state space schema. Okay. When you read the question, in the question there it says uniquely identified. Okay, uniquely identified. When it is uniquely identified, we will assume that this as something like primary key. Yeah. When the word stated as uniquely identified. Okay, so we will assume this as primary key only, something like primary key. Yeah. So when you do this, means that if it is a primary key, try to make it as domain. Okay, so that you can use function. Yeah. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 variables. Okay. Malaysian citizen. Yeah. Yeah. So I leave down as citizen. I have states. I have name. I have age. marital status. Living state. Birth country. And citizenship status. Altogether should have 8, Altogether should have 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay? So first of all, when you do operations, when you do state space, look at the bullet point here. Bullet point tell you how many variables that country must have already. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 means you are going to have 8 variables. If the question didn't give you the variable name, create your own variable, but you must have 8 variables, something like that. But in this question given to you, so just use the variable. Don't create your own variable, because given to you already the variable here. I know some of you use, I don't know, use your own variable, use your own variable. So I will minus half marks because of that. Okay, so make sure that you use the variable given to you. If the question didn't state the variable, then you can use your own variable. But in this question, it is stated. So make sure that you use the variable given to you. Okay? So, citizen. Power set of citizen. Okay? State. Power set of state. Don't use S, I saw some of you also put citizens with S, states with S. Your basic type does not have any. Remember, basic type is singular word, Don't use S. Okay? Name. Okay? So, citizen, partial, I will just use partial function, with x is equal to name. Okay? Age is equal to n. Don't go for age, I saw most of you put AGE. Do we have AGE here? No, we don't have AGE state. Integer, whatever. So how to have that inside your answer? No variable at all. No type at all for AGE. So error for that. Cannot put AGE here. Okay, marital status. No marital status. Okay, living state. Okay, living state, don't put living state, it's only the state, Okay, I saw some of you put living state, We don't have living state also here, we just have the state. Okay, no living state, Okay, and then birth country to birth country here. And citizenship to citizenship. Okay? If you do this, actually you get 7 marks. On top here, 7 marks. Okay? So, but if you have, you don't use partial. You use maplet. Minus mark, Maplet mana boleh? Maplet you cannot use for variable declaration. Variable declaration. Yalah, variable declaration. Cannot, Don't use maplet, Error. Okay? Cartesian product does not show you the relationship. This question show you the relationship. Okay, many to one, many to many, whatever. So that's why we normally use relation or function already. Don't use Cartesian product anymore. Cartesian product, as I told you, if you want to print the result, you can use it. Okay? So, another one, some of you use already partial function, but put power set lah. No need. It's already show relationship many already. Why need to put power set in? Okay? So because of that, you will see that you lose half mark here, half mark there. Okay? Because of that. So that's why you cannot get 7 marks on this spot lah. Okay. Where does the 2 marks come in? Your below part here. So I will start from below. Dom, citizenship, status equals to Dom, birth country equals to Dom, living state equals to Dom, marital status equals to, I put down Dom age equals to Dom name equals to citizens. Not Dom citizens, citizens only, I saw some of you put Dom citizens. Where is Dom, for citizen, You don't have domain and wage. Only citizens. Okay. Some of you missing, one more statement. You leave like this, enough already. No, you have to look again. You have the state here, you have the state here. Okay? It's the same type. So, you have rank, living state equals to, most of you missing this. Okay? Missing that. Okay? So, actually should be 1 mark, 1 mark. But after I saw most of you missing, okay lah, I change. I give 1.5 mark for this one, half mark only for this one. So that's why you saw that your answer, like maybe half mark missing lah. Okay, actually should be 1 mark, 1 mark here. 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this. But I changed the marking scheme. No, I changed the marking scheme. I give 1.5 here, I give half mark. Okay? So that's why you see that your answer maybe 8.5, something like that. You get. You lose mark. Forget. Most of you, I saw most of you forget. Okay? So that is your 6 mark. If you want to change later to injection, surjection, you can. But as I told you, sometimes in the exam, you don't have enough time. So minimum partial function is enough. Except the question here stated, means that stated 1 to 1, whatever. Then you have to show that. This question did not say anything about that. So you can leave it with partial functions. Okay? So just to let you know about that. No time in the exam, whatever, you have 2 hours only. You don't have time to think too many things. Okay? Wasting time. So most of the time will be partial. Okay? So that is for this answer. Okay. Remove citizen. Yeah? So that remove the citizen related information means that remove 1 information about the citizen. 1 citizen only lah. Okay? So I saw a few answers also. I will show you later what are the answers provided by some of you in the answer. Okay? Let me see lah. Okay? So remove citizen ah. So if remove means update to your database ah. Okay? Another thing as a reminder to all of you, okay? For some of you who actually put wrong part here, just to remind you, when you want to show update or without update, use the state space name, not the variable name. Use the state space name. I saw some of you put citizen here. Citizen is our variable here. I know. Citizen is our variable. No. Don't put the variable name. Put the state space name. Okay? Put the state space name. Because this, even though this line, you put, you get half mark. You don't put, you get 0. Yeah? I know some of you leave it. Just right lah. Just what I think half mark lah. Okay? So put the state space name. Put the state space name. Okay. Because we are going to remove the citizen. To remove the citizen, so citizen is something like our primary key, right? So you can put input. I put C for citizen, I put short form only, Okay, another thing as a reminder to all of you. Basic type, capital letter. Some of you use small letter. Salah, wrong. Basic type must be capital letter. Some of you put small letter, citizen, wrong already. Okay? Remember that. Remember that, Okay? So, must be a member of citizens. Yeah? Then after that, you can remove already lah. Let me copy the whole thing. Where is it lah? Alamak, banyak. Okay? So, I have citizens. Wait let me copy the whole thing first. State. Citizen state name, age, marital status, living state, and birth country, okay, so all these must have prime variable. You have to put. Most of you forget to put 1. Forget to put 1. Take. Forgot. Most of you. Use mark because of that. Some of you forgot to remove this one. Just to let you know lah. Okay, so this one. Backslash. No, slash, backslash, State. They are not remove state. Remain unchanged. Okay? Name. Anti-restriction. One way, I tell you another answer. This is one way, one answer. So this is one of the answer. Yeah? So this one using anti-recession. Anti-recession. Very straightforward. Okay. So I give you another answer from a few of you. So give me different answer. Okay, so I will just give you another answer here. Can I move forward? Now you still want to refer. So some of you still want to use backslash. Some of you still want to use backslash. This one is without backslash, anti-recession. So some of you want to use backslash. Okay, acceptable answer. But longer lah, wait okay, two answer. One is C question mark maplet name C using relation function application. Yeah. So you want to remove, you get the name of the C, then you remove. Can also actually can. Just that it's like you take like something like a long way lah to go lah. Long way, but still acceptable. So I just give you another sample answer where I actually accepted. Just that I didn't recommend this kind because it's actually long way lah, a little bit long lah. Okay, see, maplet. I will give you one more answer where I found out also actually it can be accepted. Okay, so lah. Later you check with me sometimes. See, maplet. Okay. Backslash. This is another answer that can be accepted. Just that I didn't like to use this style because it's actually longer. I don't like to use this style. But I just show you can be accepted. Okay? Can be accepted. But if I forgot to put curly braces, bracket, you just let me know sometimes. Okay? Backslash. C question mark. Backslash. This one using function application. Okay? So very long little bit Okay. Yeah? So this is one way. Yeah? And then we have another a little bit long way to go also. Okay, you want to see also? Wait okay. Another way also can be accepted. I want to remove range. Sorry, domain. This one is another answer given to me. sorry, domain restriction. Domain restriction. Yeah, another way lah. But I will not suggest you to do this. But I'm telling you that it will be an acceptable answer. Okay? If you want to go for, because the best answer is using anti-restriction. That is the best answer. But if you feel that I don't know the symbol, forget the symbol, then you can try to find another way. But for this one, using domain restriction, don't put dom or ren because this data is domain and range. Okay, domain and range as the result. So you remove that. Okay, but you can do this if you want. Okay, ada curly braces. Forget one curly braces Everything here must have curly braces Misap. Okay. 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 So that is another way. Yeah. Any question about this? Okay, but don't put dom or ren for this one, because when you use domain restriction, the answer will be domain and range. So you can use better. Okay, you can use better. Okay? Yeah? So these are a few answers lah. You have this using function application. This one using domain. Okay, but the best answer is this one lah. Very short, very short. Okay, very short. Yeah? Understand So here I give you a few example answer lah. But as I told you, the best answer is the first one. Okay, because that one is very short and straightforward. Okay? For this one, some of you put dom, marital status lah, all those things is wrong already. Because your answer will be wrong. Okay? So that's why you will see I circle. Okay? Because it's wrong. Okay? So if you do correctly, nobody will get up. Okay? Any question until now? Yeah? So display citizen. Okay. To display citizen here, okay, in the exam, if the question are actually not specific means you don't have to print all the report. Okay, not specific means you don't have to print the report. Later I will show you if the questions are specific. Okay? So if the question like this, display all the citizen, you just display from variable citizen. The rest are age, name, whatever, you don't have to worry. Okay? Because if you want to do that, it will take time. Okay? So this one. Okay. Display citizen. There are a few answers that I will show you here. So here, no changes to our database. Okay. Then the input is state. Same state, So the input is state. Okay? But the output is all citizen. So power set. Power set. because how to say I did not specifically say that the citizenship status is citizen. You understand or not? In this question, I did not say citizenship as citizen or permanent resident. No. So you don't have to worry about that. This is general question. So you just display all citizens. Okay? So from here, of course, if you want to make it as the state that you enter must be state in Malaysia. Must exist in our state. Okay? But if you want to do another, checking, you can also do checking for this one also. State also, got state. So if you want to do checking. But this one is not important. Okay, just I put here lah. I put here state. If you want to do another checking, is a member of rent living state. But this is not important. You can put, you don't want to put also can. Okay, because sometimes there are students who did not do this, but you do this, you still get marks. Okay, so but if you don't know which one, you just bring it easier. Okay? Then, because I did not say citizenship, citizen or what, then you just bring off. So, you just need to know this one, and in order to look at the output, so you use this one. But the state is range. So, you need to use range restriction or inverse operator. So if you use range restriction, okay, living state, range restriction, state, okay, but you have both domain and range. You have both domain and range. But our record is citizen. So it is domain. So make sure that you put dot. Okay? Or you can have also using inverse operator. Okay? Living state, inverse, then you use relational. Okay? Remember, don't leave it like that. You have input involved. So what do you have to add after that? What do you have to add after that?